What's poppin', beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. Today is February the 26th of 2021. We have made it this far and we are proud. For this video, we are gonna discuss something that is very important that a lot of people don't pay attention to: budgeting. I'm not gonna go as in depth as others may have. I'm just gonna give you like 5 or 6 tips on how to actually budget and how to actually be successful per se in budgeting. Tip number 1: make a list of all your expenses that you have to deal with and ensure that you put your salary or your revenue or your income in that. So you have your income, let's say you get $50,000 a month, you make a list of all the things that you have to deal with. So light, water, rent, food, grocery, transportation, lunch money, internet, cable, car, gas, whatever it is that you have to deal with within that month. You ensure that you make that list, put them down, do not forget anything that is very, very important, and then you look at your salary and you equate it basically. Tip number 2: you can practice the 50-30-20 rule. So the 50% of your salary or your income or your revenue, whatever you want to call it as, for that 50% you're going to focus mostly on your essential expenses. That will be your utilities, your grocery, and so forth, right? For the 30%, that's really going to be for you personally, if that makes sense. So like miscellaneous expenses that if you just like self-care, or you're going to a movie, or you're going out with friends, or whatever the case is. So you use that 30% for that. And then your 20%, you actually don't touch that at all. 20% of your salary is supposed to go towards savings. Whether you want to put it in a fixed income, or you want to have an emergency fund, or you want to save towards retirement, or you want to even use that money to invest, that's it. So you have the 50, the 30, and the 20% rule. You can use that, and that will help you as a guideline per se in regards to how your budget should go. Rule number 3: organize your funds accordingly. So how I usually do it to organize my funds, I get my salary, and then mentally, because a lot of times it's in here already, but you can actually jot down what you need to know. So I mentally get my salary and I say, okay, so I get $50,000 a month. $10,000 out of that is for my utilities, $20,000 that's for my rent, $5,000 is for food, $3,000 for saving, such and such and such. What I do though to ensure that I have those specific funds for those specific reasons, I use envelopes. Yeah, it's old school, but a lot of people need like tangibles to help them in regards to each guideline. So you can go ahead and use envelopes. So for each envelope, you're gonna write rent, utilities, gas, transportation, all of those things on each envelope so that you have a guideline. It helps. You can try it. Let me know how it goes. Next tip is live within your means. A lot of persons don't necessarily know what that means. So let me see if I can break it down for you. You can't afford it, don't buy it. It's as simple as that. They always say if you cannot buy something twice, you can't afford it. That's a tip that you guys need to, let me not say you guys, me, that we need to practice, because a lot of times we're spending either on fashion or fashion or vehicle expenses or food. For me, it's food. Every single thing I buy, I literally don't buy clothes or anything. I spend my money on food. Like it's horrible. It's a food thing. But a lot of us, we spend out of our expenses or out of our budget, out of our means, just for something that doesn't even last for more than a minute, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not telling you not to enjoy your life. I'm not telling you that at all. What I'm trying to say is ensure that when you are enjoying your life, you're enjoying it within. You understand? So you can't get your salary and spend the whole $50,000 for one party, and then you can't go back to work. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay your bills. You owe people money and can't pay them. Like, that don't make no sense. You get what I'm saying? Next tip: track your spending monthly. So what you can do, there are lots of apps online that actually help you to list out all your stuff. Or if you want to go old school and use an Excel worksheet, that's really up to you. But let's say you have $10,000 for this week. This ice cream truck. I want ice cream, but I don't need the noise. So let's say you have $10,000 a week, and out of that $10,000, you use $1,000 for fare, you use $1,000 for grocery, you use $1,000 for paying debt, you use $1,000. Whatever you're using the money for, you write it down. So that way you have a physical, or a visual that you can follow for your next month expenses or your next month budget, so that you can use that as a guideline, or you can use it to track to see if you're actually following your budget or if you're overspending. We may do budgets and then we still overspend. It happens, such as life, moving past that little issue, but it helps. You can try it. And I think the last tip that I have is have financial goals. So if it is that you're saying that you want to save for a car, right? You can't save for a car with $1,000 a month, bruv. In Jamaican terms, no, not like US. Y'all, US people money different. But you can't save for a car with $1,000 a month. How you will never get to have that car. Like you have to limit yourself. So if it is that you usually spend a lot of money on, let's go food wise, on Wendy's. You usually buy Wendy's 5 times for the week. Cut it down. Say you're gonna buy Wendy's twice for the week. Get what I say? Use that extra money that you usually spend on Wendy's to save to buy your car. People usually work well when they have a goal. So if it is that works for you, by all means, go ahead and do that. And any goal, it doesn't matter how big or small, whether short term or long term, that will help you to keep you on track. You know, like when them horses they're in the race and them have this nobody, so what they call it? It's not a blindfold. Whatever them call it, that's gonna be you with your goal, right? So you're just gonna pre the goal, go after the goal, put on the money for the goal. Pretty simple. So those are my 6 tips on how to budget. If it is, I need to stop saying if it is, it's really annoying. If you have any extra tips that you yourself practice or you have heard about that you're gonna put into practice, you can always let me know in the comments below. I will be coming back with more informational videos like this. Let me know if this was helpful as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on my next video.